make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. To throw is Nix. Targets and finds Reynolds once more.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Nix.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
To throw, here's Nix.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw.
Nix, slant pass. He's got Reynolds.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
2nd and 12.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. This is Harris. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. On the draw, it's Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it at around the 40. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Nix.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now a man has been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And he's got his man on the out route.
And he will have the Broncos 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris.
He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Harris running straight ahead.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. A group of Broncos there combined to bring him down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Nix. This is caught by Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Nix.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Looking to throw. Nix.
Same connection. Dulcich once again.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 4.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Dante Jackson picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A first carry for Samaje Perine.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Alex Singleton
coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On the delay, here's Harris. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 3rd and 9. Now it's Nix.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. A nice little juke. Still fighting for more. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They hand this off to Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that loss week at the hands of Seattle.
Looks to the sideline. It has Mims who makes a catch.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On play action, here's Nix.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And this one complete again to Mims.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down.
And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
And on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Nix to the air. That's taken in by Dulcich.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
But now he appears to be in some pain.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Here's Nix.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
Room here to run.
Now he's into the clear again.
Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.